Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wild Star Healing Temple with Kai. Today I'm feeling the word flight. That one has been buzzing around my head for a while. So it started kind of slow, where a couple of days ago I kept seeing the spiral, right? I kept seeing like the two hawks that are spiraling overhead and going higher and higher and higher. And even my son asked and was like, Mom, what does that mean when they do that? And I said, well, normally it means that like someone has passed and the spirit's trying to they're taking the spirit across the other side. And there has been like some death here and there, but it feels like just flight in general. It feels like we're elevating. It feels like things that we need to let go of are flying off. It just feels like things are spiraling, but in an up way, in a good way. Are you ever spiraling in a good way, Kai?
Now.
After you spiraled in a bad way?
Yes. Funny how that works.
You can only go so far down before you come back up.
Very buoyant.
Yes. And of course, as all of you know, it wouldn't be a retreat if I didn't get a cough beforehand. So I'm recovering from that. And Kai said that they're going to bring some breath work to pop my alveoli this morning or this afternoon. So
did I say that?
I said you were going to do that, and I think you said okay. I sounded in my head, it sounded like whatever you want, Mary. Like that's the memory I have of your voice. And I might have made it up because that's what I wanted to hear. I'm willing to own it.
I would have to know what an alveoli is to agree to be able to help it pop.
Okay, it's the little things in your lungs that hold air.
Oh, so sure.
They get
I did not know the technical term.
Yeah, so they get filled with like
fluid,
and that's what you're trying to cough out. So
beautiful. Well, really, it's just about deep breath.
So this whole time before stage where I was talking about you popping my alveoli, what did you think I was saying? Like first
no idea.
What did you think I was talking about?
Not a clue.
You're just rolling with it.
I was like, sure, yeah.
See, guys, this is what I'm talking about. That was the voice that I heard in my head. Sure, yeah. Whatever you want.
That's probably how it came across.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for being here so far. We've got Lisa, hey gal pal. And of course, Viviani and Aaron are in the background here with us, helping out and doing their thing. And we've got Lily and Cindy and Cheryl. Millicent, hello, my loves. Hello, hey peaches. Well, everyone let's start bringing it in. Let's start getting into our circle, connecting in. And we're going to start by setting our intention for the healing temple itself. And our little prayer for that is, in this temple, I am free. I trust in what I cannot see. I dream of hope and I dream of peace. What I dream, I'll someday be. I'll win. And on that, tell us some things, Kai. Let us breathe together in flight.
Sure. We want to just do a couple of breaths to ground us in. And I'd really love if everybody would take a second to close their eyes. And I want you to imagine the red energy of the earth coming up through your root chakra, all the way through the sacral to the solar, all the way through the chakra system, all the way up through the sky, connecting you via a grounding energy. And then once you have connected that energy, imagine a golden white light coming from the sky down through your crown, your third eye, your throat, going all the way back down into the ground, creating the bridge that we all have been called to be between this earthly physical realm and the ethers. And if you're feeling frisky, do a nice little spin of the energies so that it's really beautiful, almost like a little candy cane vibe. And then I'm going to count down from 3, breathing into the bottom of the belly, breathing in good intentions, light, love, and peace. And then when we exhale, let's imagine just some density, some black smoke, some negative thinking, whatever it is that doesn't belong to you or serve you is what you're going to exhale. We'll do 5 of these breaths, nice and slow, breathing in 3, 2, 1. And sigh, breathe it out. Nice and slow. Breathing in again. Breathing together, letting it go. Creating the container together, releasing what we don't need. Breathing in. All the way up and releasing slow. Breathing in here. Everything light and love and pure and kind. And when you release any negativity, anything that's holding you back, anything blocking you from your purest essence. Last one, make it a good one. Breathe all the air out and then breathe in. Let's hold it at the top. Really set that intention. Let the intention land. Holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let a long release. Sinking into the space. Allowing what needs to come through. And thanking our bodies for having the ability to do what we just did.
Thank you, Kai. I released everything in my alveoli. That was my intention. I released it. And hi, Gina. And I see we have all the Marys here. We have Mary E70, and then we also have Mary Lou and Donna Glow. Welcome. Hey, everybody. Well, you guys put your questions in all caps here, and we will start taking those. Any healings you guys need.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, darling Laura. A general healing. All right, everyone put your attention on Laura here. Start sending out good vibes, and we're going to start connecting in. I'm right at the solar plexus, going straight there.
I have a very big green energy. I'm also feeling a dragon energy, like it's very alchemical, heart-centered. Not letting anything get you down type of energy. Self-trust feels important right now.
That might be what's going on around the solar plexus, but then I'm also seeing Thunderbird. So that's that big, powerful, risen kind of energy.
I'm being shown like a willow tree, but instead of it being leaves, it's like DNA coding. So I'm seeing some inactive pieces that we are going to activate.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was over here like, okay, we need to activate this. You're going to get activated, little lady. And I'll let you do the activation if you want to, since you're right there. And I've kind of pressed on all the places that I know need it and are open. And I'm being drawn to the feet. So I'm going to move there. My hands are getting hot.
Yeah, I saw like a nice gold little flash kind of connect a few different of these DNA strands, and now they're having me put some light into the proverbial earth of this DNA willow tree.
I'm moving back up the spine now. What I saw when I was working on your feet, it looked like you had like little booties on your feet, and they were creating an energy overlay. And then they stayed there until they were done working on your feet. I'm seeing lines to the feet, so that's probably the nerves. And then I see them coming off automatically on their own when they're done. And then I'm seeing like this cord that goes right up the spine. So I'm moving with that because I feel like this is something plugging in order to help with this activation. I don't feel like it's something that needs to be cut.
So I'm being drawn to like the occipital area. I'm thinking about how sometimes I'll put 2 tennis balls on the ground and hold them there and just let my neck kind of hang into it, letting gravity do its thing, which is then making me think of the pineal gland, as well as I heard self-pleasure. So taking time to really, because the connection between the pineal and the self-pleasure area is a thing.
So everything right now is pop, 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 activate, activate, activate all over the place here. I'm seeing this blue light, a purple light. My hands have been really, really hot the whole time I've been working on you. Like it's almost
I'm sweating.
Yeah. And then the aliens popped up and said, tell her we'll be there at 5 p.m. So set your watch. They'll be there to do their work. Heart stuff. You also have a couple of very active angels with you, like you have bodyguards there next to you on either side.
I'm just in your fascia area, kind of around the shoulders and the neck. Myofascia release would probably be a really great, or fascial release would be a really great idea for maybe you to do as well. I'm seeing like taking a gua sha and rubbing up on either side of your neck. And then also maybe a jaw massaging as well. Lots of just like pleasure and like taking care of yourself is like the feeling that I'm getting through this, because there's so much activation happening in your field that it's like take like super tender care of yourself.
That's what I'm seeing as well. It feels like there's a new spirit being with you. And I see this little from the top of your head, which could be, that pineal gland. It looks like there's like a little veil coming right here. But it feels almost like I don't want to use the word protecting you, because protection implies that there's danger. There's not danger, but it's because there's so much energy and so much new energy that it looks like they're just giving you a little cushion, that your guides are giving you a little cushion until the vibes settle a little bit. So watch for aliens at 5 p.m. Let yourself settle. Pleasure yourself. Whatever you need to do, Laura, okay? Thanks so much for letting us connect with your energy. Well, hello. So we're all going to connect with Cindy right now. We're connecting. You guys just send some good energy and some love this way for Cindy. I'm connecting 3 spots. Soles of the feet, 1, 2, lower back, 3.
And I am getting a very strong purple energy. I am not sure. I'm going to go in the third eye to start. and go from there.
This feels, on first glance, because of the soles of the feet and the low back, it feels like maybe you've been doing a lot of walking, a lot of strenuous physical stuff. But on second glance, if I look deeper than that beneath the surface, it looks like there's a chain between your ankles. So when I dive into that chain, this feels like you're in the space of, about to be in the space of, not quite there, about to be in the space of breaking not just ancestral chains, because I don't want to use those words and it sound like a cliche. Like you are actually breaking things off of you that's been holding you and your family back for a really long time. And only you know what those things are. And it's deeper than what's on the surface. Maybe there's certain bad luck things that have happened, certain just crazy out there things that have happened that don't happen to the majority of people, right? As these are the things I'm talking about. They're based in some sort of cycle that predates this life even. And you are about to step into this space where you're breaking those cycles. I'm going to bring some energy to that chain. Like what I want to do is freeze it so that we can crack it like that, shatter it.
So, and as she was talking, I was getting information that I'm not sure how close you have your phone to you while you sleep at night, but maybe putting it in a Faraday bag or getting shungite or something to block the electromagnetic like field that comes from our phones, because it feels like it's blocking some dreams that are trying to get to you. And it feels like those dreams are going to have some messages, as well as when I closed my eyes, I very distinctly saw like jaguar eyes, and for me that's like and then I saw like jungle, so it feels very much like there is it feels to me like there is an ancient medicinal technique that either is going to bring a really profound experience or even just a grounding experience. Like, it doesn't have to be the fireworks and, crazy stuff, but it feels like something medicinal, whether that's cacao, whether that's hape, whether that's ayahuasca. There's a lot of different potential, like it feels South American to me, medicinal traditions that feel like it could be beneficial to your path at this time.
He's doing some hot day with you soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yay.
I think we have her signed up for that.
Well, if not, I'll be doing hape at the retreat. So
just when you said that, I saw like this braided tree of life. But before that, I saw those chains as soon as they were frozen, and I popped. I saw it weaving into DNA, and I heard someone step in. One of your ancestors stepped in and said, don't be the hero. Don't try to be the hero. No more rescuing. But those were the exact words. Don't be the hero. They said that you are already designed to be what you were meant to be. You're already designed to break chains. You're already designed to stop cycles. You're already designed to elevate and excel. And then I just see like this cloud in the sky. And clouds sometimes rain, little tears and whatnot. And that's okay, because you are designed in a way that makes you perfect the way that you are. So you don't have to try any harder to be what you already are, is a message from your ancestors right now. And this is activating in your DNA.
Yeah, and I'm removing like a cataract right now from your third eye, is like what it feels like. And I'm seeing this a vision of, it seems like a I don't know, a teenage boy. I don't know if this is like a parallel past life situation, but he's standing in a pool of water in a very clear reflection with a mountainy. Actually, oh, what is that place called in France? I think it's in France, where it's like a castle and a mountain, and then there's like all the pools of water up to it. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm seeing. So sorry, I don't have more information, but but it's at nighttime. So it feels, and the drag wire, I don't know, it feels like there's this element of inviting your shadow in to be your teacher instead of just like happenstancing upon like whatever comes up, if that makes sense. Like invite the shadow to lead you in is kind of what I'm getting from that. Cause like there's a lot of power in your reflection.
Okay. Power in your reflection.
Yeah.
Write down those words, power in reflection, because as soon as Kai said that, I saw a chair and you sitting in it. But keep in mind that at the time I saw you sit in the chair, you were wrapped up with Sachamama. There was a snake going all the way around your leg and coming up to your low back. So this is a good thing. This means that you're shedding something, that there's some old bonds that are trying to come off. And it feels like these two messages coincide, that those bonds can come off, that you can shed that stuff during reflection. It doesn't necessarily have to be healed out of you. It's something you can reflect and learn to balance or let go of or purge just by your presence.
Yeah, but please get that Faraday bag or shungite or something to block those phone, like the Wi-Fi around your head at night, so you can get these dreams. They have messages. They're like, say this again, say this again. So.
And last thing, because I feel like I'm done with your body, there's a pup. There's a pup up on the other side. Not catching his name, but there's a pup up on the other side that's very, very happy. I have a different way of speaking with animals. They don't always come to me very intellectually, like, tell her that I said. They just kind of come in acting like how they normally act. So this pup up, I'm seeing tongue, I'm seeing tail wags, I'm seeing, that sort of thing. But it's a happiness, it's a joyful vibe. And it feels very, very heart opening. Buddy. Oh, stop, I'm going to cry. Stop it. Oh, buddy. Okay. Yeah. Buddy's here. And yeah, that feels really beautiful. I'm going to give you guys a moment. Okay. Thanks so much, Cindy, for letting us connect with you today. Well, what's up, Salty? How you been? Welcome. Oh, Cheryl. What do you need to release to be who you are? You already are who you are, darling of my heart. But what do you need to release to know that you are who you are? It might be a good question to ask. We're going to start diving in here.
I'm being reminded what I was doing right before I got on this live, which was sitting in the grass in the sunshine and just breathing deeply. And it feels like there is this, it's the knowing that we are not separate from the power of the sun nor the grounding of the earth. And that's like what I took away from that. And it was like, remembering my power through feeling the power of these two large forces, because we are not separate. So that feels like a really good move for you. Yeah, so I'll leave it there for the time being. I'm not even tapped into your body yet. That just came through first.
So I feel like there's three main blockages to directly answer your question. I got self-doubt, self-acceptance, and then the third one started to come in as self-love, but that didn't feel quite right. So I'm digging, not that the word's not right, but that our general understanding of that definition doesn't quite hit what the energy is trying to say. So I'm digging more into the self-love aspect of that, but just write those words down. Self-doubt, self-acceptance. What about you do you doubt? What about yourself do you think you're incapable of? What about yourself, or when you get messages, or when you go to do hard things, do you think, no, that's not for me, or I can't do that? What part of you holds you back and sabotages things? And then the self-contentment, the self-acceptance. There's something very gentle and beautiful about you and who you are, your family, your experiences, how you talk, how you live, how you express. And that's not always met with acceptance, but you can know your perfection. Similar to what we said with what Cindy's guide said to her, You are made perfect for you and for what you're supposed to be doing. Now I'm going to dig into that third blockage that I was picking up.
So while she was talking, I was being drawn to like your shoulders, and it feels like posture, like sometimes like whenever we're having those moments of like what needs to happen, it's all about how you pose yourself. So like opening your chest, letting yourself be in a receptive place, but also standing with confidence, right? Having those shoulders back. I'm seeing like potentially some soreness. I was being drawn to like right here, which connects to the chest as well as to the back. And so I've been sending some energy into those areas, but it's like so I just heard fake it till you make it to a degree, right? Like we can have like the belief that like we're doing really great, and that's going to emanate from us, and then it's going to seep in. Like, so gratitude for like I do these manifestations through gratitude where I call things in. Like, I am so grateful that, you know, I have consistent business clients coming in. Okay. And then I imagine what it would be like to get email after email with those clients. So it feels like whatever that lens is for you, being able to sit in that and feel that while also just maintaining, like, carry yourself like you've got this.
So when Kai started speaking, I had tapped in that exact moment. It was brought up to the shoulders, and it looked like there was a cord wrapped around them. So when you were talking about the posture, I unwrapped that, and it felt like it was kind of coming down here, through here. But what I got was something around identity. It's like you've already been brought the medicine in your life that you're supposed to have. Now, remember, this connects back to that third blockage, the self-love piece, which is around identity. It feels like you've been brought the medicine already in your past. But when you look at that medicine, you say, well, that's not mine. That's not who I am. And it's because maybe that medicine was brought to you by somebody else. Maybe, maybe we're looking at like your husband's lineage and all of the Andean elements that came through that, and saying, oh, well, that's not me and who I am. That was somebody else. Well, honey, that was your entire life. Honey, that medicine was brought to you for a reason. You bonded with that energy. This is your lineage now. You've done training in that lineage. You have mediumship with that person and with that lineage. This is who you are. So that for that third blockage, I'd like you just to write down the statement, I am who I am. And I feel like this is a direct mirrored reflection of I am that I am, but it's I am who I am. And I want you just to repeat that statement to yourself as often as you can, remembering that everything that you know, everything you've experienced, everything you've encountered is what you're meant to embody and express, because it's on your karmic journey. That means it's meant for you. It's your medicine. Okay, so take that in. This is about accepting your identity here. Okay, so self-trust, self-love, self-trust. Sorry, I'm starting over. Self-trust, self-acceptance, self-trust, self-acceptance, and I am who I am. Okay, those are your three things. They're not blockages anymore. Those are your three things to work on, embody, and elevate within yourself. Okay.
So while Mary was talking, I was working in the upper middle back of the spine and was removing some denser energy from that area, as well as filling it with light codes. This is what came through. I don't know if you can see that as the light code.
Cool.
That I stamped on your back, and I've never felt called to draw it and show you on this before. So that feels significant. I'll show it one more time just in case you need it, or if anyone else is feeling drawn to it. But yeah, so I also removed, there was a betrayal wound. So it was on your back right shoulder. And so I removed the energetic like knife essentially. So I'm not getting any intuitive hits. It feels like exactly it feels like a masculine energy betrayed you in a way that like really hurt. So removing that as well as getting the energy out of the upper, middle, back, like and spine area.
And I'm sending lots of love to you. There's a baby in your life who's significant because that baby right now is bringing in a lot of love, a lot of energy. It feels like an old soul, an intuitive soul, someone with a gift. But there's nothing else I can do with your body. Because it was interesting. I saw the energy suddenly coming off of her like this, like purging upwards and downwards. And anytime I tried to do something, like nothing would happen. Everything was purging. And I think that was where the sigil was placed or the light code was placed, because it's just taking care of everything.
Yeah.
So we're good. But lots of love coming in from that baby, whoever that is to you. So thanks for letting us connect in with you, Cheryl.
Thank you so much.
And hey, Melinda, I see you in here now too. Lily, check in. What's going on? Good. That was my best spit impression. So I don't know if it was good or not. I'll do it more often if it was good.
I wasn't listening, nor did I hear what you said, like at any point. Like I was like, oh shit, I didn't call my energy back from Cheryl, so I was gone.
I did a hypothetical spit. I was pretending to be a mechanic.
Oh.
I suck at spitting. I don't spit.
I'm very good. I spit like a dude.
All right, cool. I won't do it. You do it then. All right.
Okay.
Okay. We're checking under your hood. Pulling it up. Here we go. I'm going up and over the heart. Ooh, but interestingly, to the back of the heart, where I'm seeing something that looks dangerously close to alveoli, by the way. I am being dead serious, actually.
I believe you. I'm going to name my firstborn that.
You don't plan to have kids, do you? This is the time when I was a kid, and my grandpa told me that if my neighbor's dog had puppies, I could have one, and the dog was actually a boy. So this is like that situation. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna name my kid.
Yeah. It is that situation.
Lily, thanks for joking with us. You're like in the hot seat while we just do jokes around your body. I'm sorry.
I think that's a good thing. Laughter is medicine.
Bringing all the joy in.
I will say that I was shown literally like a hood of a car, and it was like a classic car, and it's orange.
Yes.
And it's so I feel like I'm
orange to me.
Yeah, so I'm going into your sacral chakra. That's what and going in as opposed to working on the outside, even though there is something about there being a gear on the outside, which when I do work with people one-on-one, I remove like epigenetic energy. So this to me is a family thought process of survival. So that's what the gears mean on the outside of chakras for me. So I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to go inside, and I have a feeling I know what I'm going to see in there, but I'm going to wait to tell you about it until I'm actually in there.
I feel like what I'm dealing with right now is that there's been something kind of not blocking you, but kind of missing from your spiritual connection. Because when I'm in these alveoli, what they literally look like to me is like little balls of fluff with cords attached to them. And they're all kind of tangled up in a bundle with like webs around them. And so I'm clearing that out. I'm breaking it apart. I'm smoothing it through. And then I see a ladder, and it's missing a rung. So I feel like this is your ability to fully connect through that heart space, to breathe deep and wide and have your roots go out into all living energy. And it's just been missing a rung. So maybe it's been really, really hard to get that higher vibration, or maybe, like you're having to really overcompensate to get from this rung to this rung. Or maybe you've noticed the gap and you haven't even really transcended it. So I'm going to go in and figure out what that is and see if we can fill that gap for you, because this does feel genetic.
Yes. So what I'm seeing is a large tree, which in my language with my guides is like a very deep family rooted belief that with it being in the sacral chakra, it's feeling there's a lot of guilt attached. There's like, it's like anytime there's an uncomfortability, or anytime there's even sometimes pleasure feels like it might be attached to guilt as well. Maybe not with you specifically at every moment, but like within your family lineage, it feels like that has been guilt and shame around, like, I don't know, it feels tied to religious trauma of some kind, if I'm honest. So what I'm going to ask you to do is we're going to do a couple of breaths, having you breathe in through your nose all the way up to the head. And I'm going to manipulate the energy. If you can hold it at the top for me, and then I'll let you know when to breathe it out. I'm going to try and keep it to 2 breaths, but typically this big of an energy is going to take me a lot more. And I usually only do them in my one-on-one sessions. So I'm going to just try and like break through the energy to hopefully take away some of that, some of its power. So on the count of 3, breathing in through the nose to the bottom of the belly, in 3, 2, 1. You might feel some heat in your abdomen. I'm not sure. Everybody experiences differently. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's tingles. Just hold it there for a moment.
Woo!
And I want you to breathe out with some force, like breathing out now. Beautiful, beautiful. Breathing in again in 3, 2, 1. I have Gaia here helping me. Thank you. There's a lot of energy. Holding it just for a few more seconds. I'm seeing chains break as I do this. And breathe out with force again. Ooh, elbow crack. Okay, so what I'm understanding is we got the roots because Gaia helped me bring the energy of magma to the bottom of this really big tree. So this is like a very old belief system within your lineage. So we're killing it at the root, but there might need to be more removal of it in the future. But yeah, that was a lot of energy. Thank you for letting me do that.
Oh, it's a lot of energy. So, while all of that was happening, I was working here, and I got to a space where everything started to break off and kind of turn into this cornucopia. And with the cornucopia, I heard the words, I deserve. And I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it. But I heard the words, I deserve, with the cornucopia. And then all of a sudden it morphed. And with the cornucopia, first off, I'm going to back up. With the cornucopia, it started when we were talking about ancestral stuff. It started out with what I was seeing as like a warrior helmet, but it didn't look like anything from the Americas. It was older than that. I'd be very curious to know what your lineage is. I'd be very curious to know what your lineage is. If you know your lineage, pop it in the chat. I want to know because I saw that warrior helmet.
I heard Viking.
Yeah, that's kind of the energy I was picking up.
Mm-hmm.
But it could also be some form of Asian in certain cultures from the helmet I was picking up. They turned, but that was the old ancestral stuff, right? And so when all of that broke, we saw this cornucopia, and then all of a sudden I see this ghost-looking woman. She is so powerful, and she comes out screaming, like screaming in that moment. And okay, there we go. So she comes out screaming, and this is where I'm picking up the word I embody, because if you go back into your lineage far enough, there is a type of maternal energy that is strong and powerful. We're talking like Hecate, crone, wise woman type of person. And this is who is like screaming through your system right now. It feels like I want to lean more. I mean, I don't want to do this for you, but I want to lean more towards the Filipino side with this, that there is a glorified at the core feminine energy that is screaming through your veins right now. And all you have to do is embody it. I embody, I deserve for the smaller things, for the physical things, the tangible things, the abundant things. I embody for that powerful hit and remembering who you are, darling. Because like if I could take out of my brain the spirit that I saw and put it on this screen, everyone would have chills, they're crying or dancing or jumping over fires. I don't know. But like it was a big energy. So there's something special there for you to unlock and look at. Okay. And I feel pretty complete with this. Let's see. Yeah, well, it's you, honey. There's no wrong missing in your generations. It's you. Now you get to embody that. You get to be that woman. You get to be that wrong in your generation. It's ready. It's ready to come through for you. So just sit with that. I embody and let that screaming woman. I want that to be your affirmation. I am screaming woman, not the screaming woman, screaming woman. Like that's her name, capital S, capital W. I am screaming woman. I might even use that. No, I'm not going to use that. That's yours. I am screaming woman. Like affirm that all the time. Like really drive it into yourself. I'm serious, Lily. Where do you live? Because I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you and make sure that you're saying this. This is important. I cannot. If I could shake you right now, I would. This is important. Okay? All right. I'm sorry. We feel good? Kai, you feel good with Lily?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was like grounding her while you were talking, and then I was just calling my energy back. I'm in the ether today.
Thank you so much, Lily. And it's good to see you. I am Stardust. Thanks for coming in. Lily also said that there was the religious trauma was making it hard to connect.
Yeah. Well, I helped put a huge dent in that energy. So.
All right, Mary, let's connect to you in lower back pain from fall. Yes. Sweet Mary is in Japan and had a fall, and her whole back area was very, very bruised. I'm sure there's a lot of pain there. So I'm going to go in and start sending all of that love to you. But just so you know, your knees and your ankles and heels are trying to get some of this energy too. So we're going to spread it around a little bit. And I see Archangel Michael and Archangel Jophiel. It was hard to see because I have Archangel Uriel here with me. So Jophiel is coming to the surface with Michael. So we're going to send all of this healing light. And just so you know, with Archangel Michael, this is usually who we talk to for healing and crossing things over and communication with the other side. But Archangel Jophiel comes in for creative energy and positivity. So there might be something about your heightened energy, your creative energy, your positive energy, your understanding spiritual concepts that can help this healing to take place, because it feels like this was a synchronized event, meaning your guides are like, let's make her fall. You know, I don't know why. I'm not on the contract. I'm not on that contract. But there's something here. You're going through a lot. And they're bringing you somewhere. So I'm in your DNA now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help remove all this like energy in your lower back. I am continuously seeing the nine-tailed fox, which is Japan reveres foxes, and the nine-tailed fox is a deity. I cannot remember the name right now, but I feel like there might be some insights, information, learning about different cultures and how there's always lessons there if you're open to it. And it feels like there's something significant there for you. I wish I remembered. Kitsune. That's the name.
And I
So-
saw,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say also for everyone in here with pain, we live in a matrix. There's codes. 55515 is the code to help relieve pain.
Write that down. 5515?
55515.
3 5's a 1 and a 5.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw a very up close image of an owl, multiple owls, and I know that you went to an owl cafe, and then it morphed into a furry caterpillar that was right at the throat. So it feels like this heightened energy. I know you're getting a little beat up, in your core, in your gut area, but that energy is like shaking things up and pushing it upwards. And right now it's trying to push through the throat space. So my suggestion would be to do good breath work, to make sure you have enough humidity where you are, or to try to create humidity in your space. And when you connect in to your spiritual guidance, make sure that you're immediately coming back to body. So either through showers, baths, nature, drinking lots of water. Hydration, I think, will be a big one here. But because there's so much pressure around that throat, what we're wanting to do is prevent sinus infection or sore throat. I don't like to say those words because I don't want you to be in fear about it. But I'm getting that if you just take your showers, get that humidity in, keep letting your throat be open, keep going with the flow, that all will be well, and that energy will start working its way all the way up, and you'll just go through an elevation.
I'm being really drawn. I just went on a whole freaking journey that I can't even remember most of it. I'm going to be honest with you. But I'm in your psoas muscle right now, which is like kind of attached to your hips. And it feels like finding, and I wish I had more information to give you outside of the psoas muscle, but finding ways to help release from that feels really important to you. I did remove some energy from, I felt like looping thoughts in your mind, getting you stuck a little bit with I don't know, feeling the word encouragement and discouragement, like something around those lines feel like it's coming in. I also saw a phoenix at one point, so it feels like there is this element of a death and rebirth on this trip that you are on. And then I also saw your arms. Oh, I am remembering all the things. I also saw your arms as wind, which made me think of Gemini season, which we are in, which made me think of duality. So it's about really just like accepting all versions of yourself, the polarity that and duality that we all can possess, and like just meeting yourself with grace on that.
I think it's funny that you brought in the death rebirth thing, because the last message that came up, but you were already talking, so I just kind of like sat on it. From your guides, Mary said, don't worry, this is not an ego death, but it is an elevation. So we are going through this. Did you catch yourself on fire?
No. No.
I could have sworn I saw you set yourself on fire for a second. Mary, what are you doing? Not me, Mary, you, Mary. What are you doing? You caught pie on fire over there.
I think I'm just floating away, really.
It's a very big elevation. So I feel like this is just kind of pushing energy up and down, like I said. So I feel pretty complete with all of this. Mm-hmm. Just know that you're continuing to cycle. This is continuing to move through. You're not going to feel settled right this second, and you're not supposed to. That's okay.
And maybe do a little, like, I don't know, what do the arms represent compared to like air, and do like a little bit of a cross reference. They keep showing me that. So sorry that there's not more with that. But like, I'm more of a visual deliverer of messages. So that's just what I got.
Hi, Leah. Hey, a goatee man. Hey, Veronica. So we're going to take a couple more questions here, but hello, Donna. Hello, darling. Before we do, we've had a couple people who want to know how to like activate the 55515. Yeah, there we go. Like how to use
So,
that.
okay. So truthfully, my understanding, okay, of it, and I used it the other night, on myself, and it did create a lot of relief, is I personally connected like my hands to when I was able to a spot like where I was feeling pain. And then just I said it out loud. So I think this is where it's like, everybody's different. Everybody's gifts are different. So it's going to proliferate in different people in different ways. So like remembering that. So for me, my most prominent was speaking out loud as well as watching the numbers come from my forehead into the area, but focusing in on the area, either thinking, seeing the stream of 55515, maybe even seeing it come from your palm chakras, especially if you have any healing gifts. That might be a really beautiful way for you to be able to connect in, but it's really going to be trial and error for whatever works best for you. Does that answer everybody's question?
I think it does.
Okay, amazing.
Anytime I use those codes, I always see them as if they're like, a payphone pad with the silver buttons.
Oh.
Like I always see the silver buttons.
Yeah.
Body, and I'm just dialing them, and it's just making the phone call. It's like, hey.
Yeah. Well, and that's like, and that's what works for Mary. So it's just different for different people. So one, don't shame yourself if it doesn't come through the way it came through for me, or it came through for her. Just like work it, let it go for yourself and figure it out. Yes, you can use it on others. I use it on others all the time. I used it on Mary just now.
I thought you meant me, but that Mary, you Mary. I was like,
Yeah.
You use it on me? Thank you.
No. Are you in pain?
Donna, we're gonna get you, Donna. Let's tap into Donna. Numb toes, swollen spot on right foot. I'm immediately in the nerves and the nervous system and seeing a tree with the graduation cap on, whatever that means. Literally a tree with a graduation cap on. It's a huge hat.
I love it.
But to me, that feels like an uncovering is about to happen. So with your feet specifically, maybe this is someplace where you've been stuck and not able to move forward from for a while that you're about to step forward from. So graduating into your forward movement. And I'm just going to start sending some light energy through those nerves, trying to wake those up, activate them, and soothe that spot of your foot.
So I'm being driven, I'm being taken to the lymphatic system. I'm seeing shaking, or if you have a vibration plate, that feels really good. I'm also magnesium spray being put on the bottoms of your feet, as well as grounding, because that's going to help with the negative ions to recalibrate your body. So it feels like either one or a combination of all of those things, if you are able, or a magnesium bath if you don't have the spray. That would be really beautiful as well. But it feels like your body's craving magnesium, and it feels like lymphatic drainage is important. So whenever you do lymphatic drainage, you're going to want to like pump right about here, because this is where the hub is, so that it'll start to the flowing process. And then you can look up on YouTube for lymphatic massage, or getting on a vibration plate and just standing there and shaking, which might be hard right now with your foot. I'm not sure to what level you're at. But it feels like there's movement that wants to happen. And that should help with the swollenness as well as the toes being numb.
And you, darling, you're a different kind of gal, because right now I've got you in the middle of a Merkaba. Archangel Metatron came in, and you are just in this whoom, whoom, whoom kind of space. The energy is going all the way through. I also keep seeing very cartoonish deer, like Rudolph looking deer, with the antlers and everything. So Donna says that she has a vibration plate, but it hurts your feet.
I saw.
Okay.
So maybe just pump like the back of your knees, because maybe go for more of a lymphatic massage then, instead. I'm gonna try and push some energy through to help you. But you can also sit on vibration plates. You don't have to stand. So that's another option just to kind of get things moving.
I think what I'm picking up here is about inner child stuff, specifically when it comes to play, delight, wonder, things that would excite a child. So let yourself move in those realms with inner child healing and then following the things that would have excited you as a child. As an adult, you have more logic now. So maybe you don't get as excited at certain things. But if you tap into your inner child, those things could excite you again. And you're giving your inner child a chance to play again. So try doing that practice, being with your inner child and following, I want to say follow the bliss, but it's really just follow the curiosity is what it is, and let yourself actually engage with things you're curious about, your inner child is curious about.
And don't force it. I'm being shown a squirrel, and I'm thinking of like attention spans immediately. So it's like if you're trying something to like engage with your inner child and it doesn't work, like just do something else. So like don't put a lot of pressure on that.
Miss Merkaba is starting to dissipate, so I think that this is going to keep working for you for the rest of today and into the early hours of the morning. And then just make sure you hydrate well and follow that inner curiosity. Let yourself play a bit. I feel complete.
I'm just sending some like energetic needles into like the meridian areas, and then I will be all done. Yeah, acupuncture, acupressure might also be a good move if you're able.
I think thank you so much for letting us connect with you. Is this our last one? Okay, our last question. Gina, you made it in under the wire. Healing for your back, stomach, root, sacral. Well, I'm shaking your hips. We're going to dance together for a minute, okay?
Those look like Sufi circles.
I don't know what that is.
What you're doing.
If you can physically do this, great, because I'm energetically doing it. I'm like holding your hips and we're doing like this. So we're mixing it up here, and it feels slow, intentional, gentle, but also very exaggerated.
I'm seeing you sat in a lotus. So to me, it feels as if there is this like nutrient dense, like richness being fed into your lower chakras that need to come through to the upper ones. So I'm going to help clear like a bit of a pathway in order for those to come through. It feels very yoga. Also, if you're able to do any yoga moves, I'm getting like a very like Shiva's here, Parvati's here. So like Hindu deities, Ganesh.
And while Kai is getting very powerful deities, I'm seeing R2D2. And I hear we need a reprogramming. So a program that's already active in your system needs to just kind of, we just need to uncross some wires. So I'm going to start doing that now.
I'm also being guided. I'm putting it in the chat. It's Ganesh's chant for removing blockages. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And that feels like a good chant to maybe take on for a little bit. To to help move this energy. Because again, if you know anything about a lotus, they're hydroponic, which means that they cannot have even if it rains on them, they don't absorb it. They absorb it solely through their roots, which is from a very nutrient dense, like murky water. So it feels like you are very much connected into what you need to be connected into. It's just about letting that spread.
Well, I'm putting something in the chat too. I'm kidding. So I started seeing an elephant. I was undoing all of that stuff, redoing the wires, and then
Ganesh is an elephant.
I know, yeah. And then I saw like this elephant sitting there in this, this type of lotus position. And then Kai started talking about Ganesh. And I felt like there was this code from the back wanting to break through. This is the code that I'm seeing, the 33631. I don't know if that's related to anything else or if that's a known code or not a known code. That's just the number that I saw behind Ganesh that was coming through for you specifically. And I'm also hearing that other people can use this if they wanted to, but very sparingly, because what this is going to do is it's going to recode you and anything that's blocking you. So it's like a powerful energy. What's the little green stone? It's like an alien stone. It's actually like a meteor.
Moldavite.
Yeah, Moldavite. So if you don't want Moldavite to slap you across your butt cheeks, don't use this code. All right. So this is, Gina, sorry, but that's what's happening right now. We're really moving through, but this is going to straighten you out.
Also, Mary Lou Reed, I'm looking at your comment. The Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha would be a really great chant to energetically call in whatever you need to move to Oregon.
You'd look great in Oregon, by the way. I was telling Mary Lou that she would look great in Oregon. Like she could wear that state around like a cape. Okay. So I don't want to keep messing with this spot, Gina, or it might end up like being sore or causing soreness in your upper back and putting too much pressure on your occipitals. So I'm going to just flush this through with some breath. And when I do, if you start to feel a lot of pressure or a lot of buildup or stress or tension, there's these two little bumps right here on the lower part, your occipitals. You can press those, hold that pressure.
Or tennis balls. Lay, so you don't have to hold it.
Tennis balls has been a thing. You and Laura both can do some tennis balls. But if you hold that pressure for a little bit and then release, you can feel that energy like lifting out of the top of your head. So it's releasing anything that's trying to come out and kind of getting stuck here. And I'm placing some stability under.
So something I've never done before, I have installed, and they told me it's going to be there for 2 days. It's almost like purge, like almost like energetic vortexes to help purge out whatever is happening in that lower space that doesn't need to come with. So you might be purging the next 2 days. I'm not sure.
And I see giraffe energy here. And giraffe, that means you're looking to the future now. You can see over all this crap here and all these other little things and all of these other people. You can see. You're seeing straight ahead. You're seeing to destiny. You're seeing to your future. So keep looking forward. Things are going to work out. Things are going to be okay. All right. And honestly, Mary Lou, I see open roads. Thank you so much, Gina, for letting us connect in with you. I love you. I'll text you later. I did get your message doing this, but I'll text you back later. Mary Lou, I'm seeing open roads, and I'm also seeing that there are other choices. So while there's an open road there, you have free will choices that maybe you haven't even looked into yet, laying over the top of that. So just look into everything that's in your karmic and dharmic path to look into, and that's going to work out pretty easy. Okay. No ifs, ands, or buts. No doubts. I'm telling you. I just said it was going to be easy. Don't telepathically argue. Okay. I'm telling you, it'll turn out easy when we explore all of those things. I feel good, guys. I feel good. And that's our time. That's our time. How you feeling, Kai? All right, everybody. We will be back on June 26th. That sound like a date?
I'll probably remember day of, per usual.
I want to see all of you guys there on the 26th. We'll all date together. Hey, Elizabeth. Mwah. And of course, your man says hello. You know he's here for you. And we will see all of you guys sometime soon. Best of love and light to everyone. Bye.